Meet Chef Whiskers, the furry food fiend. Right, this cat. He thinks he's a chef. What a joke. Calls himself Chef Whiskers. Honestly, wears a tiny crooked chef hat. He stares at the oven all day long, like it holds ancient secrets or just warm naps. Maybe it does for this furry menace. He has real passion, I'll give him that. More than some humans I know. Yes, really, his love for cooking, it started young, very young, chasing rogue peas around the kitchen floor. That was his first ingredient sourcing mission. Then he discovered the magic of a warm stove. Not on it, you silly sausage, just near it. He'd watch the humans, judging every single chop, his little pink nose twitching furiously. He thought, amateurs, I can do much better. I remember this one time. Oh dear, he tried to knead bread dough. With his paws, flour everywhere. It looked like a blizzard, a very confused meowing blizzard. And the dough stuck all over his fur. He resembled a walking sticky snowball. He tried to shake it off. Big mistake, flour clouds. Then he tried to eat it off. What an animal. His culinary philosophy. It's dead simple. Fresh ingredients are number one, always, especially fish. If it doesn't smell of the sea, forget it. He believes every meal should be exciting. A delightful, tasty surprise for the senses, even if that surprise is a stray whisker. He calls it an authentic feline flourish, the cheeky little furball, but dedicated, almost too dedicated. His kitchen station is something else. It's a special corner of the human kitchen. Custom built, he'd tell you, all by himself, meaning he just pushed boxes around until they formed a low counter. Clever cat. His own set of mini bowls, bright yellow. He calls it his perfection station. Honestly, the puns. Someone needs to stop him right now. His favourite utensils are quite specific. He's got a tiny whisk. It's perfect for his paws, and a small rubber spatula, excellent for licking. His most prized possession, however, a miniature fish-shaped wooden chopping board. Adorable, if you like that sort of nonsense. He sharpens his claws on the big human block, calls it tenderizing the oak, the little vandal. How he keeps his area is surprising, mostly tidy for a creature that sheds. He meticulously licks his paws clean before cooking. Hygiene first, he'd meow probably. He sometimes wipes up small spills with his tail. Not ideal, but he means well, I suppose. Everything has its designated spot, always. Move his favourite spoon, you'll regret it. All night. Safety measures? What safety measures? He wears a tiny apron sometimes for show. It doesn't offer much real protection, especially from his own boundless enthusiasm. He once singed his tail, just a tiny bit. He was chasing a runaway caper near a flame. He just shook his tail, looked annoyed, then went back to sniffing the salmon, absolutely fearless or daft. Today, Chef Whiskers is making his signature dish. It's called Tuna Temptation Pate. Sounds grand, eh? It's basically just mashed tuna, deliciously simple, but don't you dare tell him that. He gets offended. It's his go-to recipe for beginner cooks. He says, even a clumsy kitten can make this. He's probably looking at you. Yes, you. He thinks everyone needs his expert guidance. Step 1, gather your top-notch ingredients. You need 1 small can of the best tuna, packed in spring water, not that oily rubbish. A tiny dollop of plain, natural yogurt. Unsweetened, mind you, this isn't a dessert. And 1 fresh catnip leaf, just 1. For that chef's secret touch, he purrs. He inspects the tuna can like it's a crown jewel. Step 2, the mashing process. This is key. Open the tuna carefully. Drain it very well. Plop it into a small, clean bowl. Now take a fork, or if you're Whiskers, a clean paw. Gently mash the tuna. Don't overdo it. He likes a bit of good texture. It's rustic, he'd meow. Then add the little dollop of yogurt, stir it in, slowly now, delicately. He makes happy chirps. Step 3, the all-important finishing touches. Now for the catnip, the magic ingredient. He crumbles it finely between his paws, sprinkles it on top, like a true culinary artist. He might even add a tiny fish-shaped cracker, if he's feeling particularly generous that day, or if he hasn't already eaten them all. Presentation is absolutely everything, he insists. It must be perfect. So, Whiskers is about to plate his creation. The Tuna Temptation Pate is looking, well, like tuna, but he's incredibly proud, beaming even. He reaches for his special presentation saucer. It's a tiny dish with a fancy gold rim, very posh. But then, Disaster strikes. A rogue, bouncy ball, left by those careless, clumsy humans. Honestly, it bounces right into his path. What a calamity. The great tuna tumble. It was chaos. Whiskers, completely startled, leaps straight up like a furry, panicked rocket. He's airborne. The bowl of precious pâté goes flying. Oh, the horror. Tuna everywhere, on the floor, on the cabinets. A little bit even landed on Whiskers' head. He lands, looks around at the awful mess. His ears go flat. For a second he looked utterly crushed, but then the clever recovery. What a cat. He surveys the scene. His pink nose twitches fast. Then a brilliant spark in his emerald eyes. He spots the dog. The big, dopey Labrador, always sleeping nearby, always hungry too. Whiskers meows loudly, a very specific, urgent meow. The dog wakes up, sees the tuna. Jackpot. The Labrador becomes the world's fastest, furriest clean-up crew. The grand finale with a brilliant, cheeky twist. Whiskers quickly makes another, smaller portion. With the emergency tuna he'd cleverly hidden. Smart boy. He plates it beautifully on his little gold-rimmed saucer, presents it with a proud, triumphant flick of his tail. Voila! He seems to meow with satisfaction. He takes a delicate, professional lick. Delicious. Then he pushes the saucer towards the dog. For my assistant. Bonkers.